When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the winners of 7 straight, the Auburn Tigers, taking on last year's national champions, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Will kick it off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Texas Longhorns offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend it.
And that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
And a play like that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Finds the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Holstein. He's got his man across the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it behind the line, it's Hunter. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
Going up top again. He wants it all. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this one is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Upshaw. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell.
Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Let's talk for a second about Auburn. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. That becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? It comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Makes the grab, it's Thompson. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Guys, let's chat a little big picture. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And
breaks free in the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Auburn. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Quick completion on the out route. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, as most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll run the toss. Breaks the tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not...
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air, it's Knight. Gets it out quickly. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Leaves it with the back. Got room to work. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Pulls it, fired, complete.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Good timing on the quick out. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the first quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the second quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll run play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They give it to him again. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Takes a handoff. It's Tatum. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Right back to the well. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Fires to the right. He caught it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. The Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A first down run on the doorstep. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really...
Throw it toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Handoff to the single back. Got enough for the first down and once more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Kane. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Got it in the middle. It's Martin. Turning it on. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Looking downfield on first down. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And finally, this quarterback looks human. For one play, he has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. Finally throws his first incompletion of the game. Backed
up now. Here's 2nd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Just keeps slinging it. Fires left. Got him downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking the...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air. It's Knight. Floating away. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Auburn! Quick strike through the air for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A strike downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. To the air on 1st down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking downfield, it's Knight. Got his man out of the backfield. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. nestles it in at the 35. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll start this drive from the 42. Going right to work up top. Grab near the marker. It's Tatum. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. That last completion sets them up on second down. Trying play action. Complete on the comeback. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That should be the final play of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking them.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Here's the handoff. Shows him the stiff arm. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. He's got it on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hunter.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
To throw, it's Holstein. It's complete to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Wants to go up top. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I think they tried to slip it to that tight end really quickly and get him the football and create some space and maybe try to make a play, but the defense said no, there is nowhere to go. Defense actually gets him for a loss.
Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Motion from the wideout. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Off the RPO, complete. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Longhorns will punt it away on fourth down. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Off play action on first down. Looking deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Back to pass, it's Knight. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Now facing a third and long. Makes the catch. It's Kane. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers are flying down the field, looking to scramble. Good. Fires deep toward the end zone. This is picked off in the end zone, but the officials are saying he was out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a huge break. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. Gets it past the first down marker and still running.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Using his legs, it's Martin. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3-spot on the board. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Good, right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Missouri dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and
there he goes. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Wants to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Surging forward on the sneak. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
Auburn going to work with another first down. Toss to the outside. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Holstein. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it along the sideline. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Creates a little room. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a crease, it's Tatum. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. 3rd down play from the gun. Buys a little time with his feet. Shows him the stiff arm. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Longhorns had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! They'll line up to go for 2. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
That is why they're called the Handstein people on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Dropping back, it's Harvey. Catch in the middle, it's Turner. He works it inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19. That's where they'll spot it. Short of the first down, now a decision to be made. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. There is no doubt. At this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Here comes the Texas offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
With the catch, it's Wingo. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for a huge play. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires on the move. He's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. And the stomping has commenced. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a 4th down. Hunt is on its way. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looking for a man. It's Harvey. Going for it all. Snags it inside the 20. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Can't make the catch. In fact, he just flat dropped it, and they just dropped the game. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.